start with Pope Francis, if I may, because he was a quite remarkable man, and the work and commitment that he put into fairness over so many years, and earning it, I think will be a real
Looks dead. Story pig. Wasn't gonna do a live, but I don't want to suffer by myself, so I don't want to talk about it. I was just in Jude's live and all that. I'm just doing a live, so I'm not alone in my head. Which I think is a good thing. How are you, Grace? I'm not myself, and it's not, as you said, life's not always sunshine and rainbows. But what I will say is, I'm not on here to talk bad about anybody or anything. I'm feeling very low, I'm feeling very lonely, feeling very upset, confused. So, and I just said to myself, I am not going to be alone when I have the opportunity to have people. So it's not about, it's not. So I just made a hot coffee. And I'm going to have a smoke before I put the glass. I'm going to try and get a face-to-face meeting in later. Welcome in, Grace, anyway. Irish Day. Exactly. That's what I was suffering, I was suffering the last 2 days. And it's not a blame game. My partner could come in here and she's hurting, so it's not about that. This is about me, my health. This is why I have this channel. So I looked at you today and I was having a show. I didn't want to go on. I don't want to go on and show people when I'm miserable. I want to be on when I have advice for people. Kindness, fun. But I just said to myself today, a few minutes ago, the sun has just creeped out enough to be out in the garden. So I said, as soon as that heavy mind kicks in, I said, no, I have to get into the shower. Exactly. So I had to get into the shower and I'm going to cut the grass, just waiting for it to dry a bit, that's all, I have to collect the baby at 3, And I'm going to try to do a face-to-face meeting today. I've already asked someone, is there one around? There is some around, but I don't travel that far, so. But if there's one in the local place where I'm at, I'll be at it and I'll chair the meeting. I won't just go in and sit at the back. I'll go in and sit at the front and talk to people. I know I'll go red, I know I'll get embarrassed, I know I won't know what to say, but I've been there before. I've never, I've put myself in that position twice. As Dee says, you let it out. I'll tell everybody my insecurities and my issues. I'm soft, bro. If I wasn't soft, I probably wouldn't have done drugs. So, I am a big softy. Yes. Now, I'm just lucky I've got a few nugs left of some banging painting pie. Like, look at that nug. I'm just going to share it with you for a little moment. Hold on. Now, I'm not on here because I'm living my best life and I'm happy. You know the way some people like to say that? I'm not. All I'm doing is, I'm not being alone. All out there, you. I kicked you out of Jude's earlier on because you were acting the bollocks. I hope you're a good person. I hope you're part of the family. If not, then someone will block you. But this is not drugs. This is my medication. Thank you very much. I don't sell drugs. I think anyone who sells drugs is a scummy cunt. Unless, especially if it's class A. And believe me, there's loads of us out there. That makes me unpopular. Do you understand that? Me saying that makes me unpopular. Hey, someone kick her out. Well, I'm not even doing it. Someone else will do it. I'm only messing. Fuck the haters. I'm here smoking class A marijuana. What are you smoking on? And plus, I'm not having the best of day. There'll be people in here now in a minute complaining and saying I'm living the best life. No, I'm not. How are you, docs? Just trying to cheer myself up, docs. I didn't really even know what to say when my video started, to be honest. I just know, I've said this on Jude's live and I've said it on some of mine before. It's our duty to not sit in our own self-pity and try. Just get up and do something. Anything. It's better than sitting in a bed, sitting in a chair, staring into space, or going and using, going and drinking, killing yourself, whatever it is. Like, you know, if I was a tough guy, I'd be an MMA fighter. I'm not. I have emotions and feelings. Yes, Docs, welcome in. And everyone else who's texting in, exactly, everyone in. I blocked that person from Jude's channel earlier because they were talking shit. So obviously now they're finding their way into mine. But anyway, you know the way I usually come on and I talk and I try to have the bants and all that. Honestly, this isn't one of them times. And it's not, a part of me is afraid, you know, when someone else is on YouTube and they're looking at what you're doing and they're thinking you're living your best life. I'm not doing anything different than I normally do. All I did was have a fucking shower. And I'm not bad-mouthing anybody. I'm not talking about it. Like, you know, we all know what's up. But I'm the lucky one who can come in here and have at least you guys to talk to. Exactly, Dave. No, I need to roll me joint, sorry. I'll enjoy this cup of coffee and then I will cut the grass, like. There's a few other people doing it, like. Just had to pick up some shit and all that. But for 2 days now I was stuck, like just couldn't do anything. Wash, eat, walk the dogs, tidy. Nothing. So I have to kick, as Jude says, that's why I like Jude. I see a lot of myself in him and he sees a lot of himself in me. I couldn't let myself go back there. I just can't. You know, and it seems like we're being silent or we're being blasé about something that might be hurtful, but we're not. It's just we're addicts and we don't know what other way to act. Like, I'm not trying to make it up, it's a fucking thing. It's not just about the substance, it's about the person. And sometimes I do shit and I don't understand the ramifications for other people. You know what I mean? Teddy, don't start. Exactly, this is what I mean, and I mean this. People who know me a little while will realise this. I'm always saying this. People out there have real problems. Have lost real people in the physical body, like just tragic and sad. And then here's me feeling, I actually thought about killing myself last night. Just a glance thought, because I just thought to myself, I can't go on. I just hurt everybody around me. I just keep hurting them. You know, even on my best, most sober days, the best version I've ever been of myself, I hurt people. I say the wrong thing, I do the wrong thing, even though I think I'm living a good life. It's very confusing, and then resentment kicks in because you're hurt. And I thought about it last night just to try escape my reality, but I'm not going to do it. I know my worth and I'm not going to go back to drugs either, but the thought was there. Too good myself today. I come down with a bit of a cold. I stayed in the house all day yesterday. Yeah, exactly, Doc. Honestly, you know, just look after yourself. We all have to look after ourselves, you know. It's a bit nippy now. My nipples are going to get hard. But on most genuine. The reason why why I went live was not honestly, was not because I wanted to. I swear in my mother's life, it was because I didn't want to. I've been hiding from YouTube for the last couple of days, and I was so uncomfortable going live, being the negative one, being upset, you know, feeling a little bit of self-pity or whatever. You know, I just said to myself, I have to do the exact opposite to what my body feels like doing, which is fucking, here's my blade jumper, please, which is, I forgot what I was saying. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I smoked 7 grams of weed yesterday, which I'm completely proud of. I said it to my mother because I didn't relapse. I was basically kicked out of the gaff. No, I don't want to get into it because then she might be in here, and then I was going through an adult thing, whatever the fuck we want to call it. And it's easy for some people to say, but the pub could have been very comforting yesterday. I had the money for the hotel or whatever it is. Madness, running away from it basically. But I didn't. I sat in my little shed and I smoked 7 grams. And I mean all day. For 16 hours I sat in this shed. Like, this isn't my life right now. My life is very closed, very quiet. Because it's not my house. So she's not here now. Jade, my partner that I love, is not here now. And I feel dirty, you know. I'm sitting in her house. I know what Jude's talking about. That's why I respect him. Like, Jude, you feel dirty. You feel what? You feel that way about me, and you expect me just to sit here and eat me dinner? Or, you know, you expect me to just be normal and walk around the house? I'm hurt, you know, or whatever. And now I'm sitting here in someone else's house, you know. It's a very hard place to be. And that sounds Teddy, that sounds pitiful, like, oh, you've got everything, but sometimes you can have everything in front of you and still feel alone. You know, never been happier. Truly, like, never been happier in the skin I'm in. Never been happier about my abilities to communicate with people. My kindness that I have in the world, that's my gift, is just to be kind to everybody. And it doesn't get you anywhere in life. All this hocus pocus shit doesn't get you anywhere in life. But that's why I mean, people like me and you get angry, because we don't understand it. Maybe he understands its issues, you know. But what I mean is, you know, you can turn your whole fucking world can turn upside down in an instant. Especially when you're an internalizer like myself. Some people smash windows. Some people go out and they've got a van or a car and they go out. They go to booze, or they go to their friends. They go out with roadmen. They go to a chick's house. I don't. I just implode and think, why am I not good enough? What did I say? What did I do? How can I avoid this? Killing yourself. Because this is what happened every single time. Every single time. Every single time. And you think you're just not good enough. And I'm not saying I'm not to blame for what kicked off the argument or whatever. I'm just saying how I feel. You know, I come on here all the time and try to tell you to live and enjoy being alive. And it kills me when I think about ending my own life, you know. It kills me. And I mean, I'm not going to. You never know. But just that thought comes in again because you're so down, you're so low, you know. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of life. I'm sick of love. I'm sick of pain. Hurt. You know. I'm sick of the sadness. You know, feeling empty. And it's not a nice place to be honest with you. So that's why I'm on here, not because I'm having the best day in my life whatsoever. But thank God that I have my medication, because without it, believe me, I wouldn't be as calm as I am, I don't think. You know, out of childish behaviour, out of being a recovering addict, someone that ran away from his issue for 22 years. You know, I have diagnosed conditions like Jude, not as extreme, but maybe they come out to play in times like this, you know. I really don't know, because I'm quite chilled out. Because I'm happy in the skin I'm in. That's the difference in my life now, but you know, it's saying true, once a fuck up, always a fuck up, you know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. See you later, docs. Yes. Yes, Irish Day. Well, you know what, Irish Day? I've always been too insecure to step into a boxing ring. Oh, boxing gym. I'm not one of them, you know. I'm the small little fat runt. I don't know how to stand. I don't know how to strap up, or I don't even know how to hit a punching bag, if I'm quite honest with you. But I know what you mean. Swim. I'm gonna paint. That's what I want to do. A few things I can do today. I want to go to a face-to-face meeting, and then I want to paint. But trying to juggle what she wants and what I want and what's best for the family in this heated moment, I don't know. You know. But getting out was important. She got to go to work today and talk to friends and probably get some encouragement. All these things. I'm not. This is why I logged on. I said I'm suffering here. I'm sad. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Yes, great respect to you for coming all the way in, and Irish, everybody for coming in. But it's lovely to see a few women in here on YouTube, as I said that the day before. Because we think it's a lads game, you know, come on here and talking shit and all that, no? But, so, here I am, a grown man, like Jude, 36, and I'm sad. It's a whole bright world out there. You know, and my world is over. This is the way we think. I'm not proud of it. You know, if there wasn't love there, I would have stormed out. I love, and I don't want to talk about it, but what I mean is, I'm just at the stage Jude is at. We're both different things, but I'm trying to just keep a lid on me on that explosive fuse. Not that I'm violent, but carelessness, running away, scoring drugs, turning your phone off. You know, self-soothing. But I'm not doing it. I'm going to sit here and smoke this fat joint of paint pipe. I'm going to cut the rest. I told my mother last night when I texted her saying I was suffering. Because unlike Jude, I'm still lucky my mother's still alive. And I told her, no matter what happens in the next few days, I'll behave like a gentleman. Because that's what being sober and clean has given to me, you know. As well as what my mother taught me, but, you know, there's real power in that, being a gentleman. You know, I can be a right cunt myself, but I mean it's your intentions. Do you walk out the door with bad intentions or not? And even though I'm suffering, I could literally smash this shit up now. I'd love to smoke a crack pipe. I'd love to. I'd have to drink first because I could never do crack without drink. My heart would go too fast. So, and that's would be downfall then, because then I'd buy 10 rocks instead of one. Then I'd get angry and start telling people to fuck off on the phone, leave me alone. But I can't do that, you know. And then you feel soft, you know. You feel I'm meant to be a man, I'm meant to be able to do what I want. Not a father. A father can't do what he wants. A father does what is for the kids. But I'm talking about when you see it that way, you know, you have to bite your tongue. How you air your chick, Lena. Um, you know, so that's the battle. Battles. There's minuscule battles too. You know, I grew up feeling inferior, so when someone's poking me into a corner, you know, I can get emotionally broken, and I don't tend to react. I tend to internalize it, but within that pressure, you can crack or break. You know what I mean? And you know, I'd love to sit here for 12 hours again and talk about my problems, but I can't. I haven't been on YouTube for 2 days. Out of respect for my partner, but then I realised I shouldn't suffer alone. So, but you know, I try to tell everybody it's our duty. It really is our duty to just we have to take what life gives us. If she comes out or whatever, I say whatever. But you can't act crash the house or go on a drug binge. It's a very fucking horrible thing to think, innit? What, you mean I feel this bad and I can't do fuck all about it? Yeah. Yeah. So, to make my head feel better, I am gonna do it. I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do. Stick a wash on, because that one got soaking wet, so I'm gonna sweep and hoover the floors. And then I'm gonna cut the grass. That's all I want to do really. I don't want to do anything else. You know, you don't want to eat. I forced myself to have a shower because I was getting in a depressive mood. So, and I'm not looking for sympathy off people, honestly, because you know some of my partner's family could be in here, some of our work friends could be in here, she could be in here. I'm not blaming that girl on anything. I'm just telling people how I feel. You know, I was sitting there 2 days without YouTube, and I realised today, why am I doing that? Is that to make me happy or is it to make someone else happy? And it was to make someone else happy. So I says, no, I'm going to log on to my YouTube. How are you, Lee? Oh, but just having a lovely fucking joint here. Now, I know they're all lovely, but this one is lovely. So, had a shower, brushed my teeth, mouthwash, that whole shit. I have a few phone calls to make. I only realised it's bank holiday, guys, you see, that kind of threw me today. I wanted to ring my key worker, I wanted to ring my clinic, and I want to ring a few other places, and it's a bank holiday, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of feeling like a junkie without his drugs. Trying not to. You know, I don't want to be doing gloom. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just trying to tell you. You know, I'm a 36-year-old free man, like, not locked up. There's lots of stuff out there, but I'm hurting, and you can't see it when you're home. You can't hear it, you know what I mean? I don't want to listen to music. Music is annoying me now. Fuck off. And that's not like me. Without this, I'd snap, honestly, because I wouldn't know what to do. So I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna leave this on when I'm on. I'm gonna stay on. I'm not turning it off for a while till I collect the baby at 2:45. So I'm gonna be on here for a while because I'm gonna be doing the car. Can't be alone. It was Jude that made me realise it today. He didn't want to go on live. I know he didn't, but he did it because he had the option to, and you have to use the options around you, or else you're just gonna stay in the same spot, aren't you? So I refuse to dumb myself down enough not to use the tool that's in front of me. I'm not looking at you, I can only see a little bit of writing. I'm looking at myself here. So this is kind of like looking in the mirror and talking to yourself, isn't it? Realistically, it's like looking in the mirror and talking to yourself. So realistically, I'm doing my own free therapy right now. I'm doing my own free fucking online session. You know, I'm doing something productive. You know, I'm not a young man. I'm younger than a lot of people. I understand that, but I'm not in my late teens. And things can go tits up very badly. Like if you go into a rehab place and you lose your flat. That's what I'm saying. Jude won't lose his flat. I'm just saying you could. Well, you might lose your flat. What are you going to do then? Then everything's harder then, isn't it? So you try to avoid these mental breakdowns. Lovely. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on. I have to stay on. I'm suffering right now. I don't mean to be. I'm hurting. I'm like a baby. I just want a hug. I'm very confused. I know what I did wrong and all that, but I you know, I'm just finding it hard to process. And I'm suffering and I don't want to be alone. I'd rather talk on here than talk to myself in my head, because then I think of drugs and suicide. I hadn't thought about suicide in a long time, and it's easy. What I'm saying is that's horrible. My partner might hear that. Oh look, boo hoo, you wanted to kill yourself. That's not that. Believe me, it's not that. It's a lostness within you. You know, you just can't fathom the fact that you're hurting people, even though you're clean and sober and you're trying your best, and you know, it's confusion, which turns to anger, resentment. Exactly. It is there, you know. And as Jude, I don't mean to say exactly like Jude, but I've been around this roundabout a good few times. It's not my first rodeo. You know, my ma tells everyone I started taking drugs at 11 and 12. I say to her then. She says you're lying. And that's not a title to be proud of. What I mean is, some people class me as a vulnerable person. I don't like to think I am, but maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe we're all a little bit vulnerable. We know that. But I don't know how to process what's going on. I don't know how to process it. I don't know what's the right thing to say. I don't know when to say it. I don't know how to approach it. I don't know where to sit. I don't know where to stand. I don't know when to eat. I don't know when to shower. You know what I mean? And it's just hard. How are you? What's happening? Everybody, thank you for just listening and being there and being polite, and everyone gets on, you know. And shout out to 26th. Anybody who's in Ireland, and I don't mean the thugs and scum. We all know thugs and scumbags. They're still Irish, I think. What I'm saying is, I hope on the 26th, normal, everyday men, women, and children make it a family day out and go and march on the 26th. Because if I was there, I would be. You know why? Because I'd be homeless if I was in Ireland. I was told I'd be 25 to 35 years waiting on the housing list by a fellow who held my hand. He was that upset. He came out of his office and into my little office and held my hand and said, I can't believe they discharged you from hospital. You tried to end yourself last night. I says, yeah. And he says, and then he says, right, stay there. And he goes, right, I'm going to get you a bed for tonight. And I ended up getting a bed in the Paul Hostel and all that, like, but he said to me, like, during that time, he said, like, because he knew I wasn't from the inner city. He knew I was from fucking Donaghmede, like, Killock area, Kilbarrack, like, you know what I mean, Edenmore. And he just said to me, there's not a chance. There's not a chance. You're gonna die. You're gonna be in them hostels for years. Please don't kill it. Please don't lose yourself. Now I ended up going into one for 7 months, but he says don't rely on a council house. I was under 35 at the time. Under 35, single man, without children in Ireland. Living in mammy's, if mammy had a house. If not, you're out. You know. And I understand why a lot of young people sell drugs. Honestly, I do. Because, now I'm not saying that people can't go out and work 50 hours a week. I'm not saying you can't be in construction or retail, whatever. But what I'm saying is that working all day, everyone's taxed. There is no houses. There is no flats. You know what I mean? I understand why people want to sell drugs and get a couple of grand up and feel a bit secure. Do you understand? It's a fucked up world we live in. Honestly. But anyway, getting back to the 26th, the march on the 26th. I think it's important as a people. That's what I'm trying to get at. Forget about the racism and this and that. Like, why, like Paddy's Day? Paddy's Day is shit. Everyone knows that. Paddy's Day is shit. So that's not our day no more. So, you know what I mean? What do we have? We're not even allowed. They're trying to remove God from the Constitution. Enoch book. Did you know? I only found out last night that Enoch is the name of a very serious fucking archangel. I was up all last night in the shed watching about archangels. I'm telling you now, I learned the whole thing about how the devil tried to kill God and he didn't even get through Michael, the archangel. That's why he's the best. And I'll get the facts up for you later. But anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. I know. It's disgusting. Honestly, I swear to God. I'm talking about the average, someone who never even does a drug in their life. I'm talking about normal people that came from a normal family. They can't, no one can, the stresses, the worry and the what ifs and all this bollocks. And I'm not just making it up now, I'm not afraid to say it, fuck you, there's only 5 million, it was 4 million. I know how hard it is. I was there. I lived on Gardiner Street, I lived on fucking Capel Street, Little Britain Street, you know what I mean? And there was no beds like in rehab. I think they have something like 26 beds in the whole country for heroin. Do you understand that? Opiates. I think Coomberra has 19 beds. And then there's probably 6 beds here and 6. Are you having a fucking laugh? We spent 300,000 on a bike shed. A fucking bike shed. Now you tell me, someone who knows how to build beds, how many beds you can build. Honest to God, let's talk sense here. How many beds could have been built for opiate addiction alone of Irish people? Fuck everyone else, I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being a Republican? What's wrong with liking your own people first? What's wrong with that? I'm in England. I haven't had not one problem with an English person. Not one problem. Not once. If anything, it's the utmost respect. So, I'm not talking about the English here. But anyway. My little sister, as I said, is 23 and she's in Trinity College. And she's right smack bang in the middle of it all. And she's pure, and that sounds weird, but what I mean is, I just know that she's innocent to any of the shit I've ever seen or done. And she deserves a fighting chance in her country, in her home country, to get a good job, a good mortgage, a good fucking house, a good opportunity, you know, all these things that are being diminished thoroughly and factually. She deserves that. I'm not thinking about myself. My man's 60, she has her own gaff. I'm never going home. So, like, I'm talking about my sister, you know, and all nieces, uncles, all the other bollocks, but you know what I mean? If I was back in Ireland, I'd be marching peacefully. I was always too embarrassed to wear tricolour matches and all that, and the dubs and all that, but like, to walk into town and to be proud to be Irish and just stand there, nowadays when there's people saying you're wrong and postcards and all that, fuck it man, I'll bring lunch. I'll bring a lunch bag with me, a whole backpack of sandwiches, corned beef sandwiches, potatoes, cans of Coke, cans of Red Bull, spliffs. Like, I'll be there all fucking day, all day, and I wouldn't cause a fight. If someone wants to punch me, I'd say, right, that's your business, mate. I wouldn't cause one issue because I'd be there for the right reason, just because I'm in the green, white and orange. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I'm at. When the sun comes out, you know, you get a bit of life there, you can sit outdoors. So I'm kind of relying on that today. I sat in the shed all day yesterday. I didn't know what to do. What else was I supposed to do? You know? People expect people like me to run away, to drink, to go to the pub and drink, to turn your phone off, all this shit, and I just couldn't do it. Didn't want to do it. I didn't know where to go, so I just sat in the shed all day. All day. Yeah, I know. Well, like even like, let's just face it, put it this way, right? I also believe that the bill for bottled water in the Dáil is €300,000 annually. What the fuck is that? What in the name of sweet Jesus? What in the name of sweet baby Jesus? I'm being abducted by aliens. Can you not see that green shit? What's going on here? God, if that's you trying to speak to me and tell me to cheer up because green means good things, doesn't it? Red means bad. But if anyone else can see this green shit, I didn't do that. I've never seen it before. Never heard of it. Never seen it. Don't know how to do it. And I'm just gonna roll with it, but that is pretty fucked up. What in the name of sweet baby Jesus is going on here? How do you turn that off? Just because we spoke about billions and billions? See? Because we were speaking truth. Now how the fuck do you turn this off? Someone tell me how to turn this off. If you can't see it, then I'm literally hallucinating. Like, dead on. The background is green, completely green. It's just me and I look like a cartoon character in some way. Oh wait, let me just blink. Oh no, still like that. Let's click this, is it? Highlight. I didn't want to highlight. Okay, hold on. Green screen. I don't want green screen. How do you go to normal screen? Zero screen. There we go. That scared me there for a minute. You know what I mean? Because, and you know why, honestly, you might think I'm crazy, but when I had a spiritual awakening 4 months ago, you know, I learned a few things. And one is, to turn your back on the Lord once you've been awoken to Him is a lot worse than being blind ignorant. So, if any miracles do happen or suspicious shit, I think it's just the Lord trying to speak to me. So, and I think too many people are being called crazy when they say that now, but that's alright. They're allowed to speak to Allah all fucking goddamn day. Why don't they like to speak to God for just 1 minute? You know what I mean? I swear on my mother's life, who calmed me down yesterday, like, and we don't really have the best relationship, but I've never seen that before in my life, honestly. Like, I've watched some other people's lives and seen like they have, Anthony Casey. One day I was looking at it and I was like, how the fuck can he afford that piano? Honestly, unless that is a real house. And then another one, it was in a different type of mansion, and I was like, hold on a minute, that has to be a blank screen, and I'm sure I looked at it and it was. I was here thinking this, but where are these people getting these gaffs from? Fucking hell. What can you do? Yeah, so I'm gonna stay live though. I'm gonna stick me phone over there and cut the grass and shit, because as I said, I don't want to really be alone. I am under a bit of a time schedule, because the awkward thing is, this is my house, and when they come home, I'm outnumbered, number one. Number two is, it's awkward, unless there's love there, you know, and eye contact and all that, it's horrible. And, you know, the kids weren't allowed to play with me for a day, and this one's gone a little bit lukewarm, and I don't like Luke. If anyone ever has the grace to have me in their presence, could you please make me a steaming hot cup of coffee or tea, please? None of this fucking lukewarm, kinda warm, was really hot but now you've just sat down and put a little bit of milk in it. No. I need a bony hot, like the flats of Bluebell. You know what I mean? You know the old grannies in there doing, sipping that lips. Nice cup of tea. That's what I need. I need lava water. Like me man. But I'm on a coffee buzz. I knew I bought coffee, but I don't know where to put it. So if I have to go down to that shop one more time and spend the £5 on coffee, I swear. Honestly. I have to go down and buy dog food actually. And do you know what else is annoying me? I don't have to buy it because there's dog food in the boot of the car. But I feel bad on the little bastards. So, yeah. You know, I don't want to put the music on and feel happy and try and do some things because she's hurting and she'll come home and say, who the fuck do you think you are? You're all happy and I'm hurting. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to stay negative. I have to stay down. I have to stay low. But it's going against the grain. It's going against what you know, almost what God is telling me to be, my normal self, which is in love, happy, content. You know what I mean? I don't know. They say resilience is a good quality to have, you know. And I'll say one last thing is, in my opinion, all I've ever done online here, I can hear a big massive B, is talk with the utmost respect for my family and my partner, like, and the kids. In my own personal opinion. To the highest degree, every moment I can, every conversation. And for that to be nil and void, you just think, what can I do? You know, what can I do? From the drink, that's number one. First of all, I can throw that empty joint in the ashtray. Number three, I can get my little fat ass off this chair and check at this battery in the fucking... And then, we'll continue on. Because we're not going to sit in the mud, are we? No. Nope. I've sat in the mud too long, and do you know what? I don't even fucking like it. I fucking hate mud. Fuck the mud. It's dark and cold and fucking wet and sticky. Fuck off. Fuck you, Sky News. And as I said, it is very, very hard to live in someone else's house when they feel that way. You know, and as I said, it's very hard because someone might tune in and go, "What you're talking?" I'm not. I didn't say anything. I just want to say, it's very hard to live in someone else's house when they feel that way about you. And I'm sure she feels the same way. Blah blah blah. That's it. On to. Because you just feel guilty. You feel I shouldn't be happy. I shouldn't enjoy. Do anything. I should just hide away. You know. So it's a tricky thing. Will if I do loads of stuff just to keep myself happy and be productive, is that bad? Is that what you trying to make up for something? And if you don't you didn't do anything. It's a really fucked. I can understand why people relapse and lapse. I don't. I haven't stopped smoking weed since yesterday. I smoked 9 grams since yesterday. And I don't give a fuck. Do I look unhappy to you? Do I look suicidal to you? I might look a little bit stressed. But I will consume my medication to keep me from relapse. If that means one joint after the other, where children aren't present, then I'll do that. Because there's many people out there that relapsed yesterday. Some are dead. Some are very, very upset. They've lost all that time. And 3, they've burnt bridges that they can't go back on. And they're lost and they're lonely and they'll go back out again and again. And then that will turn into months and months and months. Not this Irish cunt. But I have the utmost respect for my partner, the kids and this house. And I'm going to cut the grass. But I just want to say, the stomach churning feeling of anxiety and feeling out of place, it's there. And that's why I came on earlier. I will do my best, I'll do my best, because that is something we normally do. We live a normal life, but, it's, to be honest with you, I said maybe I'm undiagnosed. I miss out on social cues sometimes. I don't know how to approach some things. Silence sometimes is easier, and that's what silence like a cancer grows, But anyway, so that is going on while you see me That's the real thing about YouTube is, and I got it from Jude this morning. I was waiting I missed a few lives and a few videos, but he came in today and he didn't want to do a live. He'd done it because he was home, and you know, and it's an option other than relapse, to talk to you guys, and it does make you feel sick. It does bring up shit. It does make you feel fucking. It makes you feel. It makes you fucking feel. But what can I do? Like, this is what I mean. What can you do? In times like this, I used to wish I had a shotgun there so I could blow my face off. My head, like, honestly, I did. Because what else can you do? I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Like, I'm right here. See? I'm still here in the extra. I can't just disappear. So what am I supposed to do? Get angry? Get upset? Trash the place or trash my mind, trash my relationship? What am I supposed to do? I don't fucking know. Be positive. Smoke your medication. I'm not. Yeah, that's it. What else am I supposed to do? Cut the fucking grass. I'll back in a second. It's very quiet, you see. It's very quiet. That's the thing you'll notice, and that's when you know. Like, well, me personally is there's a bit of depression going on because, or a grey cloud because music is medicine. Music is therapy, and right now I'm withholding that from myself because I'm afraid that will come across as, oh, you're not hurting. Oh, you're in good mood. You're enjoying your day. But in fact, I'm just trying to cheer myself up. But if you hear the big bang in a minute, right? Honestly, this thing is hot as fuck. But I left it out in the rain for about a week, so I'm about to plug it into this. But one thing about me you should know: I do fear electricity, right? And because one and you're dead. Now I didn't fear crack, which is weird. But anyway, that's another day. But I'm gonna plug it in now. So if you hear the big massive bang, and I can't tell you where I live, but just say some prayers with this. Smoke one for me when I'm in the ground. If it blows up. Ow! Fucking hell, my back, man. Now, I know I have a charger. I know I've always had a charger. It should be in the same place as it is, but maybe it's not. That could be an issue now. That could be an issue, guys and girls, but I might have an answer to that. Because, give me a minute. Because where else could it fucking be, basically? It's a big ass charger. So, it's either gone, or the cat likes it. Well, I wanted to cut the grass, folks. Let me check if it's inside. It might not be. Let me just fucking check. I don't know where it is, guys. What time is it? It's 20 to 2 now. Hold on. Take a deep breath. What was I going to do? I only seen it the other day, that's why. This is God's trying to tell me something. You see, it was on 83%. I could cut the grass, but I'm a freaking head. I want to cut it when it's at 100%. Why? Don't give me something at 83. You know, if there's a 98, I'll take 98, but I'm definitely not taking lower than what could be. Do you know what I mean? I don't half charge my shaver. I charge it the whole way and then go. So that God could be saying, look, you're a stupid cunt. You could just cut it now and it's 84%, but I want it at 100%. I'm a greedy cunt. I'm an ex-junkie bastard. Right? So I'm not going to do it until I find the charger. And I'm not calling myself names looking for sympathy. That's just my sense of humour. Some people say I don't have one. And to those people, I say, fair enough. What do you want me to do about it? I don't know how to do anything really other than stick on one of these meditations, have a little bit of time where the house is quiet. So, and if anybody's, I know there's 3 people in, but, you know, well, thanks. But I'm going to stick on, I think it's only about 10 minutes or something. If I can find it. But it's one of my favourite ones. And I'm going to make a coffee, and then I'm going to have a smoke, and then I'm going to find the charger. Then I'm going to collect the baby. Well, she's not a baby, she's 4, but she's my baby, I call her baby. Some people say she's not baby, she's 4, yeah, but she's fucking innocent and tiny. She's a fucking baby. Now, Lena, I think Lena, if you're still in this, you'll like this one. You've probably heard it before actually, but let me just shut up and try and find it. That's not it. Come on, get with the fucking program, people. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Whoa. That's weird. I just went to turn, the TV's broke, and I went to turn up all the way, and I went to number 36. Now I'm 36 years of age, so is that any coincidence? I don't fucking know, but I like to listen to this as a relapse, and so just stay there for a minute, guys. So I was doing something, and I'm walking around like an idiot, because I can't think of what I was fucking doing. I was looking for the charger, I know that, but then I couldn't find that, so there's something else I was going to do. I'm gonna drink my turmeric shot first. And I know my tits bang, fuck it. At least I have saddlebags and not heroin or crack cocaine bags. Do you know? For some people that's a way of life, and it's a sad thing. I'm lucky that I got out of it, honestly. I loved crack cocaine more than I've ever loved anything in the world. Ever. Still do. That's why I'd stay away from it, because it's my precious. Turn into a freak. My innocent fucking ginger smoothie shot thing box. Some people drink tequila and whiskey and all that other shit. I'll sit there and drink 10 of them with you if you fucking want. Now, see, I'm starting to enjoy myself, and straight away I felt guilty. So, this thing, enjoy yourself, I can't. So, I'm not trying to look for charger. It's around somewhere. Let me open the back gate in case. Cat that's pregnant. So I out the cat, which is fine, but it's not good. So I've got 2 dogs that want to kill the pregnant cat all day every day, which is difficult. I'm not saying I don't want to do it, I'm just saying that that's difficult. Now I'm not telling people about the personal life in case anyone comes in here and says I'm just saying that myself why people can process some shit. I mean this for myself. I'm also on the tour for learning. What's expected of you in the real world. What you can do and what you can't do. Is this even there's people out there. The reason why this channel is important is because there's people out there who can't process.
Although traversing the path of possibility, we walk with you.
Sometimes they murder people. Sometimes
At
they kill
Iceland and the
themselves.
Food Warehouse, you
Sometimes
can
they
get
end up in
10%
mental
off your
institutions.
shopping in-store every
Sometimes they end up
Tuesday if
driving
you're
up
age
the park
60
tunnels and whatever
plus.
the fuck
Our
it is.
customers save £120 a year on average by shopping with us on a
And I'm just
Tuesday.
trying to fucking
So,
avoid that
what are you
shit.
waiting for? Download the Bonus Card app today. That's why we go to Iceland.
But sometimes what's easy for one person isn't easy for another. And I'll say it to you all here and now. I'm a very vulnerable man. Sometimes I don't understand what's going on around me. Is that because I'm fucking stupid? No, it's not because I'm fucking stupid. It's because I lost 22 years to drug addiction. And I didn't know, sometimes I don't know what's expected of me. I don't know. You know? But, let me just check on these dishes. Yeah. Yes, it's true. It's true. No, I'm not listening to that. Fuck off. I needed something else. And I don't need this one. I need something else. Something powerful. Some are okay, some it's okay, we'll just move on from it. Leave my phone charger. I'll leave it there like that for a minute. That'll be better. Hold on. Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's getting hard when you're old. Older. Not old. I'll try and put it like that. Let's try and rest it against me. And my phone should. Oh, there we go. Right, that one's fine. That one's fine. Fucking hell. That one's going back in. Fucking. No, that one's fine. That one's okay, this one's okay, that one's okay. Someone's pulling up on yard. Someone's pulling up on yard. I'll be back with you in a minute. I need to buy tea towels. Why is there never enough tea towels no matter what you do? And that's not me being a fucking nasty bastard, I'm just saying. I like to have a little cloth, you know. Found one. No, there's two. The witch is in there. And yes, my plate is cracked, I know. I don't mind eating off a cracked plate. I used to literally eat off the cracked plate every day. Some of them don't even need to be washed again, but If you think I got this energy, this tiny bit of energy or effort I'm putting in because I'm happy, it's not. It's because I consumed loads of medication. And I have no qualms in fucking saying that. It's the only thing that's stopped me fucking blood pumping and my thoughts racing. So thank fuck for that. Thank you, God. Thank you. I have to remember that that's not looking for sympathy of anyone. It's nothing to be proud of. It's not a stamp of honour. It's a sickness. And the truth is, I'm infected with that sickness. And I'm aware of it. And the truth is, I know I'm a recovering addict. And if I use any substance other than my medication, the allergy of the body will kick in and I won't stop till I'm dead. Probably. Same as any addict. It sounds weird, look it up. Doesn't scare me, but it does scare me, but it's a sickness, you know. There might not be a cure for your sickness, but there might be a remedy. There might be an aid. There might be with a crutch. Some people need physical aids and crutches, and we see them and we take no glance. You know, it's normal. Some people might need a mental crutch. And I'm at the stage now where there's a group of people that believe me. And I'm telling you, if I didn't have my cannabis there, I probably wouldn't be acting the way I am now. How are you, Fred? You're just catching me doing a little bit. I have to hurry the fuck up because I need to have another smoke. And I people say, oh, I don't give a fuck. I need to have another one. My emotions are all over the fucking place, you know. I plan to do a few other bits, but I can't find the charger. And I hope you are all well. I'm looking in there at the chat. How are you, Fred? I'm just, yeah, I'll be with you in a minute. It's like playing Jenga with them pots and pans, you know. Makes it worse when you're 36 and you have the back of a 93-year-old, you know. And that's not looking for sympathy, I'm literally just telling you my life, you know. Why do I keep saying that? Because people use your honesty against you. That's why. Some people, not all. And you know what I do? I own my shit. Some people think I don't, but I do. I don't talk about my personal business on here, but people know what I'm saying. And I was getting back to the... Yes, I smoked 9 grams in less than 24 hours. Yes, I did. Did I go out and score drugs? No. Some people say, well, you shouldn't score drugs anyway. You shouldn't. You're not a fucking addict. I am. Thank you very much. No, you don't have to believe me. I am. And the fact that I know and I've accepted it means I don't give a fuck if you don't think it. Whoever you are. I'm not saying there is anyone in here. You know what I'm talking about. You know. But I certainly ain't gonna fucking end my life. I'm not saying I was going to yesterday. But as a very hurt person, confused and sad, it's the first thing that comes to mind. I always pray for my family. I always pray for other people's families. Pray for the world, humanity. And I'm not the holiest of holy. I'm not. It would be rude and ignorant of me to say. I'm just trying to say I'm trying. I'm trying to be a success. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to not be on the dark side. You know what I mean? I don't want to be on the fucking dark side. I've spent all my life on the fucking dark side. And I don't like it. So getting back to what I was saying is I want to roll another joint before I pick the kid up. How are you, Hawks? How are you? I'm a bit far away from the witches in a minute. Hope you're all well. I'm kind of just ranting to myself, but it's therapy, so. It's free therapy. And that's why I believe, and I'm not the first person who said it, and I won't be the last. But it is almost, it's a lifesaver if we can get people to 100 subs. So they can go live. Not the people who already have it and think nothing of it. The people who are lost. If we give them 100 subscribers, they have an avenue to be themselves, open up conversation, make friends, make contacts, vent to themselves, whatever it is. So that's why I went live today. No. The old me would have sat there with my head in my hands, thinking about just running away. But I didn't. I sat there and consumed my medication and done a life. Does that make me the king of kings and the heroes of heroes? No. But it makes me better than the man I was 16 months ago. And there's a lot of people out there that have kids and they're not going to be there to collect them. I fucking am. And that's a good thing. I am not ranting at anyone or anything. I'm talking to myself here. Smart enough to know that a channel or a page or a YouTube can save somebody from harming themselves, overthinking to the point of actually trying to end their life, or remaining in a place of destitution. With 100 subscribers, there's always an infinite possibility that someone will pop in and say hello. Always. How are you doing, Jordo? What's the story? I'm just about to wipe this down now. And I know I might sound like a junkie. Some people might say, oh, he's going for another joint. I have to. But I didn't want to sit in the shed yesterday and smoke nearly a half ounce, but I did it. Was I having fun? No, I wasn't having fun. Life's not all about fucking fun. I know that. I had the most fun. I had 22 years of it. I realised there is no fucking fun. There's only love and then you die. That's it. How much do you want to love and receive love and then we die? That's fucking it. Everything else in the middle is just a fucking bonus. And some people would say, oh, when you come clean, you're born again. You know? But I haven't got long left in my physical. No, I don't. And I'm not going to waste it having fucking fun all the fucking time. You know what I mean? But I will fucking medicate. Believe me, I will. And I hope that someone who's struggling with themselves will see this and say, I never thought of cannabis that way. I never thought about it. It was just something I smoked what I did other drugs. No. There's power in marijuana. And there's power in Christ. And I'm mixing both of them together right here now. A lot of people ain't. They're throwing a 10 rock onto fresh ash and they turn the phone off. See, as I said, with resilience comes strength. And with strength comes character. I might look stupid, but I'm not stupid. And I just want to add this. I took sole responsibility and admitted my blame for everything that's happened. And I have only the utmost respect for this house, the kids and the family. I am not talking about my personal business on here. I'm trying to heal myself. I'm trying to stop myself from relapsing. And that could be relapsing, not just in drugs. Relapse sometimes is a state of mind. You didn't hear Jude say he wanted to run to the pipe today, did you? He said he wanted to run to hospital. I might not be just like that, but I'm not running away from my shit no more. My partner will get on here and might say, oh, you run away from an argument all the time. I do, yeah. Because it hurts. And I've seen a lot of violent, horrible shit in my life. I don't come from the fucking trenches in the Congo, no. But I've been around people who had no respect for human life, no respect for innocent or gentle souls or just to be kind. There's nothing. And it drained me. Because I do. And I used to be ashamed to say that. I told you, I'm very unpopular to some people. Because I'm not going to jump in with you in a fight with that one guy. I'm not going to bail you out if you rape someone or, you know what I mean? Fuck you. I wasn't taught I was taught a lot by my stepdad, who's still alive, and he's a great husband, a great man, a great role model. He's a paramedic, as well as an environmental engineer. And he knows how to treat a family in a home. I told me ma this before. And if I could even have a little bit of that, even though he's only human too, that's what I strive for. But as I said, well, no matter what I do, I fuck it up. No matter what I fucking do, I fuck it up. I'm not looking for sympathy. She could walk in here now and go, oh, you made it even worse now. I'm not, she's the most wonderfulest person I've ever met. I love her. I love the kid, she knows that. All that. I made a mistake, and maybe multiple mistakes. But this is not me slating my relationship. This is just telling you, Jude's close to a fucking mental institution because he's just overwhelmed. I'm close to a fucking mental breakdown myself, which doesn't just mean you pick up that very first moment, but you can say some things and do some things you can never take back. And I don't want to behave like that. So here we are now. And I'm putting the kettle on. That's not a coincidence either. I wouldn't have put this song on. Hold on a minute. I wouldn't have put this song on because it always gets my videos blocked because it's a very popular song. It's by Hillsong Worship called Jesus Christ, What a Beautiful Name It Is. Now I put something else on, and then this came on. How about that? Name of Jesus. Because no matter dark it gets, no matter lonely it gets, no matter how much it can go wrong, I fucking know myself that I'm gonna live in Him in heaven, and I'm gonna feel what peace is. So I'm not gonna fucking do drugs or go to the pub, thank you. And I'm not gonna be a fucking hero either. I could have been up there taking that cobweb up there off there, but I'm fucked in the head right now, so I'm going out to smoke my medication. I'm not like the baby. I smoked half maybe, I don't know. That was fast. It's 20 past 4, yeah, I'll smoke some. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm not, I'm really trying to be genuine and humble, like, Then some people say, "Oh, well, you're not humble if you say you're humble." I'm trying to show real emotion in someone who thinks he's doing right, feels he's doing right, but isn't. Along with some other things, but it's not poor me. It's only me here in the life. It's very hard for me to understand what comes next. I just know that fucking losing me temper and I don't lose me fucking temper because I know what happens. That's the fucking thing, and it's not because I'm a tough guy that can get in a ring and fight McGregor. No. It's rage, heartache, upset. And that can come out very, very nasty. And I don't want it to be nasty because it's so hard for me to put the cat back in the fucking box. And I mean that. And that means months of relapse, months of this, nights and nights of it. Out wherever. And I don't want that. I have to pick the daughter up now at 3 o'clock. My daughter-in-law. The one who I taught yesterday I'm not going to ever see again. But I don't want to talk, honestly. It's hard to explain to us what's going on without mentioning stuff like that. But I don't want the other half to see this and be like, "You were on there again talking bad." I've said nothing but good things. This is what hurts, I'm afraid to talk sometimes. I just, never know when someone comes in or out and they take it up wrong, you know what I mean? It really is hard. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. Honestly, if anyone thinks I went to bed last night planning to do this, it's honestly, my plan was not to go onto YouTube till probably maybe Thursday, Friday. I'd be on it, but not do a live. I don't want to look at myself. I don't want to see myself. You know what I mean? Honestly, because according to the people in my sphere or that particular person or whatever, I made a mistake and it's caused uproar. But that's also a lot of stuff has been said, and it's not just one thing. And you're left feeling. I feel for her. I feel for her completely and utterly. That's why I'm sad. But I also realise, like Jude, that I can't snap. I can't snap and think all is lost and we can't talk it out, or I'm definitely moving back, or I'll never ever see Doyle again after me nearly helping raise her for 2 years and thinking about getting her first car after her 18th birthday, or 21 maybe, fuck 18. But things like this, and I can understand why people relapse. Like, how do you just stop, spread it out and analyse it and come to the solution? You fucking can't. Well, I can't anyway. I don't know how to do it. Honestly, I really don't. I said to my ma yesterday, I said, Am I okay? Like, am I missing something? Am I dumb? I said, do I have ADHD? Like, am I Asperger's? Like, am I not picking? I don't know. Like, I don't know how to be any nicer or kind. I don't know. I don't know how to be better. I don't. Hold on a second. I really, really don't, guys. It's okay. I'll end me live in 50. I'm going to roll a quick joint. And then I'm going to... I'll finish for quarter two because I don't like stinking of it going over to me. Not that honestly, I don't give a fuck. But I don't want to embarrass the baby or the family.
So
Like,
first on the
they don't believe you.
in the UK.
They don't give a fuck. I told you, like, it's legal over here in Melbourne. The Everyday Joe show doesn't give a fuck. You can't smell it and go, oh, that's medical.
Also playing a role.
Do you know what I mean? So you have to say, excuse me, it might smell bad to you,
But there are some
but it smells fucking lovely to me. Then I'll lose my temper at something. I don't want to lose my fucking temper. At nothing. I'm about it because I don't want someone to kind of go, oh, I'm not bad mouthing nobody. But this is just therapy for me. So anyway, how is everybody? How is everybody? And even though I'm a little bit calm, I'm not. My heart's going 90. I feel sick. And I feel like I'm bottling in a lot of rage towards the situation, not towards a person, you know. And it's a nasty feeling. I don't like feeling like this. I don't like feeling like I'm gonna snap and smash up every car on the street. Not because I'm a hard man or anything like that, because I don't know how to control myself. You know, like, I've never done that, but you know what I mean? In the heat of the moment, like, some words are said, you know, and you think, I can't hit anyone else. I'm just, you know what I mean? And, you know, when you haven't had a hug in a few days, or you haven't had a kiss, you haven't had much sleep, you're confused, you know, these are all triggers. These are all triggers, like, you know what I mean? I've only got about 3 grams left anyway. I don't care, it's premium, I'm not just saying it is. I've kept the best one to last, I kept my best ounce to last, and to be honest, it's worth it because it lasts ages. The nugs are whopper. But I tell you one thing, I'd be lost. Not for any sympathy way, what do you mean you'd be lost? Or, you know, me missus saying, oh, you'd be lost without that now, or whatever. I'm telling you now I would be. Because I wouldn't know how to calm myself or how to not overreact. See, I believe cannabis puts you in touch with your soul. And it makes you want to be kind. It doesn't make you, it just, you know, it feels good. It feels good to make people feel good. You know, and that's a fat company, that is. That is literally a fatty. Actually, hold on. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to take that little out. Actually, no, fuck it. Fuck it. Anyway, it's not too much a gram, but I forgot what I was saying. Guys. I don't want to be here acting like I'm having fun, honestly. And that's what starts making me paranoid. You know, I'm not stupid. I've been paranoid all day. Hold on, it's very windy. I've been paranoid all day. Have I been paranoid all day? No. But I'm paranoid of the family coming home and saying, look at him, he's having the best time of his life while mum's upset. That's not the case. What else am I supposed to do? I don't walk. Do you know what I mean? Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to sit out in the field? Am I supposed to hide away in the attic? Am I supposed to run away? You know, I don't know. I just know my doctor told me when you feel triggered or stressed, you can smoke extra of your medication. And I told him, I do that. I couldn't ring them today, and I couldn't ring my fucking key walker either, which pissed me off. So, and I do need a key walker. I have some people in my life say, you're not a bit old for a key walker. No, I'm not. No, I'm fucking not too old for a key walker, thanks very much. Key walkers are human beings. They have a little bit to do a lot of training on how to listen. I told people about counselling. A lot of people ask me, why do I say counselling is good, because they don't get it from it. And I said, well, there's something you have to know about counselling. They're paid to listen. And what happens is, if you keep going back and you keep going back and you keep going back and you keep going back, eventually you start to realise stuff in your own head. You start to think differently. You start to have got to the bottom of one thing. And then, honestly, it takes 12 to 16 months of once a week therapy. And then you walk in and you say, you know what, I've come a long way. I've done this and I've thought about this. And a counsellor's job is to make you listen to the good things about yourself and the positive things and the things you can do. Whereas if you sit in a room and try to say it yourself, you might not listen. So, I might be a stupid little runt of a cunt, but I like to think I could give someone, especially younger people, a little bit of whatever. I just trapped. Never. I just trapped. What's going down? Oh God, I don't even need that open. I can close that for a minute. It's stinking going over now. So anyway, yeah, I'm just trying to make the best of how I'm feeling at the minute. I'm not owed anything. I'm not owed an apology from anyone. Not that I don't expect one. I don't. Not blame and said anyone done anything wrong. Come on. So the only thing I knew how to do was to smoke my fucking medication. And people say, well, could you wait it before you went up? Well, no, I couldn't have, because I could have been over there and had a fucking panic attack. You know what I mean? And scared the baby. So no, I won't. I'm scared, I'm not trying to take away from anyone. She's hurt, my partner's hurt. I wasn't talking about it at all. So sometimes I'm just saying, that's why I've been on life. I'm feeling so low, but I'm not saying someone else isn't. I'm not playing the blame game. I thought today, why am I not doing a life instead of getting into a bigger depression? Why? And I've been talking for an hour and 35 fucking minutes, Sorry. No one's going to believe me, but that's because of all the paper at the top. But if you look at this right now, I'm telling you won't be able to see it. There's a resin line right there. Just below the tip, there's a resin line. And that's when you know you got some sticky icky. And I got some sticky. That thing is shiny like a motherfucker. Thanks very much, Jordan, when I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I spoke to my mother a bit yesterday. I didn't ring my brother. I didn't ring anyone else in my phone book. I didn't go on YouTube. And I don't think it's fair for it to be on here and acting like I'm the victim. I'm not. I'm the victim of always, repeatedly being told, you know, you're just not good enough, or not that literal in that sense, but you always say the wrong thing, you're not doing the right thing, you know, and it hurts. As I said yesterday, it makes you want to run away. And I don't mean run away, I'd rather die here defending these 4 people against an army of people. But you know, she's hurt. But what I meant was, I can't, you know, look at that. I have to show you this line. Hold on, no, you just be able to see it. Where is it? Hold on, wait. There it is, there's it. That's a sticky resin lamp, motherfucker. And some people stick a load of keef on that then. But anyway, I'm having a good, as I said, this is real. This is real. I'm not making it up, Jude. It's not, it's a life saving. Oh, people say you're just sitting there talking. No, I'm not. I'm calming myself down. I'm communicating with others. I'm sharing how I'm feeling. I'm accepting my reality. And I'm not alone. And there's a lot of other people in here that have a lot of worse shit going on, believe me. You know what I mean? I mean real shit. Deaths. Cancers. Kidnapped babies. Murdered sisters. See, this thing's a cannon. And I don't sounding, I've been heavily medicating. Guys. And no one's gonna take that away from me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm heavy medicating right now. And I bet you if you check my heartbeat, it'll be fucking fine. My heart feels like it's out of my chest because I'm haunting emotionally. But my stomach feels sick. I'm all tense. I woke up with a stiff neck. I feel that fight or flight response, you see. And trying to sit in the middle of that is hard. Fright or flight, like, you know. Standing still would have not went live today and had a shower and done the few bits. Like, the kid will get back now. I'm going to cut the grass and all. I just really hope that we can get on and not. You know. It's my weakness. Exactly, Jordan. Well, you're right, Jordan. You know, everything in moderation. But I'm smoking a 99 cone right here and there. I just don't know what else to do, you know. I don't know where else to put my hands. I don't know what to look at. I don't know where to walk to. I don't know who to call. And as I said, I'll say this again in case someone looks in. I'm not the victim here. My partner is. I made a mistake. I said I'm sorry. I tried to show respect around the house by doing everything she asked, and she's hurting. So I don't want to. I'm not bad mouthing her, but I'm telling you how I feel about, you know, potentially have ruined another relationship. And I'm the best version of myself that I've ever been. So it's just a hard pill to swallow. Let me check the baby time. What time is it? I have to go in 10 minutes, guys. Exactly. You're right, Jordan. I know. You know, and as I said, we haven't spoken about the word trust once, so I just got a message off her mum. saying trust is important. I haven't read it. Trust is important, but and I don't want to get into it because then people's in my business. Everybody knows on here that knows me, that has went onto my little profile and my few pictures. They know I'm in love with my family, in love with my life, in love with teaching the kids and being part of a family. Maybe people will say, get over it. I can't, I'm sorry. You know, I'm a recovering addict, and me sitting there smoking a big fat cunt ain't the worst. Now, there's plenty of sunshine left in the day. Daytime is what I mean. Like, when I pick up the kid, I'm not going anywhere. I want to do a face-to-face, but it might be at 5 or 7. I'm going to come back and I'm going to cut the grass once I find the charger. I haven't eaten it today, you know. Well, I had 2 slices of toast. Here's my tea. What's my tea gone cold? I've actually got a bit of cake here that I bought yesterday. Deluxe Genoa cake, whatever it is. Madeira cake, whatever it is. Flint Rose, fucking. Thank you, Jordan. Thanks everybody who's come in, you know. Everybody in the last, I've been on it nearly 2 hours, you know. I'll put some of this down. Well, I've got 20 minutes, but anyway. You know, once, as I said, this is not my house. Oh, here's my partner now. But when I get back at 3 o'clock, what I'm gonna do is do exactly what I said. And what else can I do, you know? What else can I do? You can't run away. Can't go out on a bender. Can't go out in the car. I can go out in a walk, but I'll be back in 40 minutes. It's not going to go away. It's just a tough place to be, you know. I don't mind admitting it. Put too much sugar in. Which is strange because I usually only put 1 sugar in. But I have to find me runners around here somewhere. I walk out to baby, get the baby at 5 then. It's 20 to now. Yeah, lemon bakewell. Oof, I do like them, right? Oh yeah, hold on, a lemon bakewell. I only know a cherry one. I prefer lemon. I don't like the cherry. I take the cherry off, but I do like a bakewell. So if there's a lemon, I'd love that too. Cheesecake is one of my favourites, you know. But here's one for you. Has anyone else ever wondered? I'd love a little bit more of a crispier base. I do like the cream and all that, or whatever the fuck it is. Just a little bit of a crispier base now. Yeah, for the rest of the day. Also film, you have to. Yeah, it's true, yeah. You know, well, I just kind of need to stay in my lane, stay out the way. I don't wish any ill on anybody, any troubles, any woes. But the fact that I'm doing it, it's a very hard pill to swallow. You know, it comes with a lot of confusion. I should have some glad idea. So I'm going to go over there chinkied. Well, that's racist, whatever. But I don't give a fuck. I don't like leaving too early for the baby because they don't open the door till, like, 30 seconds after 3. You're standing there just staring into space, My one's always halfway anyway. Halfway in the queue to come out. But I'm an hour 45, so I think I'll leave it there. Might be back on after to show you me cutting the grass and stuff. As I said, I don't want to be alone. So I'll have to keep my phone charged. Jude, if you see this, I'll be doing a lot of lives today. Nice one, Jordan. Nice one, everybody. So yeah, I'm going to, I just don't want to be alone, so I'll probably do a lot of lives today. Jude, if you see me on live, sorry for taking up all the space, but I don't really have a choice. I know the Zoom meeting's on at 5, and the Zoom meeting's on all the time. Take it easy, Jordan. Everybody. The Zoom meeting's all the time, but I think I might just enjoy my own company for a little bit, like on the lives maybe, chatting, So, turn the light off anyway. And then I'll clean the shed out and all that. The neighbour said he'll help me bring in the carpet. I have carpet out there that needs to come in here. It's fresh carpet. But that's what I'm gonna do. So thanks for all of you for being here with me. And I wasn't alone, people were engaged and talking, everything. I'm gonna leave a little bit of that till after, just before I cut the grass. And I'll see you later, guys and gals.